Hello, in this reflection, I will discuss my prevailing mindset at the beginning of the course. I will reflect on two experiences, compare myself with my class team members, and use theory to explain what this experience reveal about my attitude towards challenging, failure, and learning. The first experience that shaped my mindset was a class presentation in my first year at university. I thought I was prepared, but once I stood in front of the class, I became very nervous and forget part of what I want to say. I rushed through the rest of the presentation and felt very embarrassed afterwards. For some time after that, I became less willing to speak in class, and what affected me most was not only the poor performance itself, but the meaning I gave to it. I saw that moment as a personal failure, and I started to doubt my own ability. A second experience happened during the early stage of a group project. In another course, in team discussions, I often have ideas, but I did not always show them immediately. I usually waited because I wanted my answer to sound complete and correct. Because of because of that, sometimes I stayed quiet for a long time and then someone else said something similar. This made me frustrated and showed me that I was not only afraid of academic failure, I I was also afraid of some small social failures such as sounding unclear or being judged by others. One of my team members, James, gave me a useful point of compression. He seemed much more comfortable with uncertainty and feedback. In discussions, he asked direct questions, shared unfinished ideas, and did not seem impressed when challenging him opinion. Compared with him, I realized that I often treated mistakes as something personal, while he treated them as a part of learning. The Weeks theory helps explain this difference. My reactions were closer to a fixed mindset because I often saw mistakes as evidence of my ability rather than something I could improve through effort or feedback. Cope also argues that failure can become an important source of learning, but only when people reflect on it in a meaningful way. In my case, I focused more on embarrassment than on learning. Edmund's idea of psychological safety is also useful because people are more willing to speak up when they feel safe thinking interpersonal risks.